Good morning, Matadors. I'm Zach.
And I'm Dakota, and this is your video Aviso for Thursday, March 26th, 2026.
Senior Ball is on April 18th, 2026, and is being held at the Exploratorium in San Francisco. Tickets are on sale now, and prices increase each week. Tickets are $110 with ASB and $120 without. It includes entry to the venue, dinner and dessert, and more fun surprises. If you have not filled out a dance contract yet this year, ensure that you do so before purchasing a ticket. If you're bringing a guest, the guest contract must be filled out prior to ticket purchase and can be found in Student Services. You can purchase tickets both in person at Student Services or online on the Granada web store. After purchasing a ticket, make sure that you receive a receipt and the ticket shows up in your 5-star app. Now, let's hear from Jade for music review.
On March 6th, Harry Styles dropped his new album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. And what an interesting title that is, right? Unfortunately, that is the only interesting thing about this album. This was just another incredibly boring, bland pop record that almost put me to sleep. I guess if they came on in the radio when I was at McDonald's or something, I wouldn't be mad, I could vibe to it, but I'm never gonna search this out. I'm never gonna go choose to listen to this again. So I'm giving this album a 6 out of 10.
All I wanna do is get some time alone with you the way you want to, baby girl.
Then, on March 13th, Jack Harlow released his new album called Monica. It's a short jazz rap album that's easy to vibe to, but my main problem with it was Jack's delivery. He was kind of just whispering over all the beats and singing every once in a while, but not enough to keep me hooked. And I get what he was going for, but I think if you're gonna make an album like this, you need really good lyricism to really bring out the potential in it, and the lyricism on this album was just If I wanted some, smooth jazzy type feeling, then I would just go listen to Claro. If I wanted some good jazz rap, I would just go listen to De La Soul. So there isn't really a reason to listen to this, but it was a better listening experience than the Harry Styles album. So for that reason, I'm giving this a 6.5 out of 10. Lastly, on March 20th, Underscores dropped her new album simply titled You. And I love Underscore. She made what is my favorite album of all time in Wall Socket and what is another one of my favorite albums ever in Fishmonger. So I tried to go into this with an unbiased perspective so that I wouldn't just give it a 10 out of 10 immediately, but it did not matter. This album is amazing. I think it's one of the best pop records I've heard. It's on the same level as Emotion by Carly Rae Jepsen or Mercurial World by Magdalena Bay. It's super catchy, and I think this album is really gonna push her more into the mainstream. Or at least I hope so, because she really deserves it. I'm really looking forward to seeing her live in June. That's probably going to be a super fun concert, and I'm giving You a 9 out of 10.
That was very musical.
We will be filming the lip dub and going straight into the battle rally on the football field on Friday, April 3rd. The schedule will have 25 minutes for lip dub and 30 minutes for the rally.
We have made some adjustments to class office elections for this year. All candidates will be in the quad at lunch on Thursday, April 2nd. They will be there available to answer questions and talk to students. This will lead directly into access on Thursday after lunch and access on April 2nd. We will be providing time for students to open their Chromebooks or phones to vote for class office.
Now, time for Sideline Stories.
On your mark.
What's up, Mads? Welcome to Sideline Story. Over the weekend, the distance track team competed at the Dublin Distance Fiesta, with over 4,000 athletes representing over 240 schools competing in the 800, 1600, and 3200. The Dublin Distance Fiesta is the largest distance track meet in the United States.
I ran the 1600 meter and the 800 meter.
I ran the 1600 and the 3200 meter.
800. I beat him. No, you didn't.
Did I like it? Not really. It was kind of painful, but
Yeah, I had a pretty good race, especially because I kicked him down. It was pretty good. Yeah.
no, I had fun in the 800.
I love my race. I'm just, so athletic.
Yeah, I like how they hype it up beforehand, and all the energy and stuff is really nice. Kind of gets your adrenaline high and makes you run fast. So.
I just like the environment and the energy that everyone brings and the sombrero heats. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
After a great 2 days at Dublin with lots of excellent PRs, it is time for the sombrero heats. The sombrero heat is the fastest heat in each event, and the winner gets a giant sombrero. These races bring out some of the fastest runners in the Western United States. This year, we have 3 Granada runners who managed to qualify for the Sombrero Heat.
He had a breakthrough start to his spring season running 4:19, which currently makes him the number 4 sophomore in California. Wearing hip 21, sophomore from Granada, Alex Van Dee. Number 3 in the NCS. Last year he picked under 154 at the Nike Outdoor Nationals, wearing hip number 7, senior from Granada, Nikolai One sophomore in the NCS at 10:54 last year, wearing hip number 20, Zaid Bumpus.
Boy, they sure have come a long way.
Mark your calendars to enjoy concerts from our middle and high school orchestras and bands. These events are sponsored by LVEF, and all ticket proceeds will support music education in our schools. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased at lvef.org. The Festival of Bands is Thursday, April 2nd, 2026 from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at LHS. The Festival of Orchestras is Monday, April 20th, 2026 from 7 to 8:30 p.m. at GHS. Now, for March Madness.
Hi, Matt. I'm Corin.
And I'm Daniel.
And I'm Isaac.
And we will be talking about March Madness. First off, we have 3 Granada alumni attending March Madness. This may be the first time in Granada high school history that the school has 3 players whose teams are in the tournament. They are Tyler Harris from Vanderbilt, Kevin Gadd from St. Mary's, Andrew McKeever from St. Mary's.
Okay, we can't wait to see them all play. Now to recap. The biggest upset this weekend was Iowa knocking off the defending champion Florida 73-72 on the last second 3. It doesn't get more exciting than that.
St. John's also pulled off a big one, taking down Kansas 67-65. And they'll now face Duke in what should be a must-watch matchup.
Iowa State dominated Kentucky 82-63, forced 20 turnovers, and did it without their star Joshua Jefferson, who's injured.
UConn looked like a Final Four team, rolling past UCLA 73-57, and Alabama got to show off their talent by beating Texas Tech 90-65.
On the player side, Arkansas's freshman Darius A. Cuff Jr. dropped 36 points and 6 assists and might be the best player left in the field.
UConn's Alex Karabin dropped a career-high 27 against UCLA. Iowa State's Taman Lipsey went for 26 with Jefferson out. And Duke's Cameron Boozer, the ACC Player of the Year, looks like a man on a mission heading into the Sweet 16.
After 2 tough exits, Vanderbilt is out. Tyler Tanner gave everything he had and earned All-Stars first weekend with honors. But it just wasn't enough to keep the Commodores alive. And St. Mary's is also done. The Gales couldn't get it done and are heading home early.
Congratulations to the winners.
Quest Science Center presents the 8th annual Tri-Valley Innovation Fair on Saturday, April 18th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Alameda County Fairgrounds in Pleasanton. Discover science, engineering, and technology from companies, schools, and innovators. All ages are welcome and admission is free.
Now let's take a look at one of the bands that will be performing at the 24-hour race.
What heaven charges rent means to me is like, think about heaven, right? And it's like assumed that, you're virtuous and you get into there and it's for free, you just gotta be virtuous. But the irony is heaven charging rent goes against the whole, the whole kind of religious idea of heaven being a reward for living a virtuous life. And so Heaven Charges Rent is then kind of a play on like, I guess capitalism.
So we're Heaven Charges Rent. We're playing a set at Granada High School on March 28th.
Looking forward to it.
That's all for today, Granada. Have a great day.
And stay classy.